Hi, I'm Charles Edward Smith. This is part 2 of my life. As I said, Paris was the country people who left the South in the Great Migration, that had trouble making it in the cities, found things to be perfect for them because they could raise some chickens, and raise some pigs, and plant a garden and live life the way that they knew how. As I said, my mother and father broke up when I was a baby, actually before I was born, and Dad was out traveling the world, so there was a family friend called Mr. Blackburn. He was older gentleman that kind of took me under his wing, and taught me things. He taught me all kind of stuff on how to survive. One of the things that he taught me was how to plant and grow a garden. Because everybody, the black people and a lot of the white people, everybody grew gardens, so he taught me the proper way to grow a garden. He taught me how to start a vegetable garden from scratch, which vegetables to grow, and when to plant what. He would also add a starter garden plan consisting of easy to grow vegetables, companion planting techniques, and some lovely flowers. Vegetable gardening? Why garden, you ask? How about enjoying the best vegetables and fruit you've ever eaten? If you never tasted garden fresh food, you will be amazed by the sweet, juicy flavors and vibrant textures. There's absolutely nothing quite like fresh veggies, especially if you grow them yourself, and he taught me I can. It may seem daunting at first. He taught me gardening is a very rewarding hobby. He taught me to highlight the basics of vegetable gardening and planning, how to pick the right site for your garden, how to create the right size garden, and how to select which vegetables to grow. Understanding when to plant vegetables. Sowing seeds in the vegetable garden. What to plant in a victory garden. Pick the right location. Picking a good location for your garden is absolutely key. A subpar location can result in subpar veggies. Here are a few tips for choosing a good site. He said a sunny spot. Most vegetables need 6 to 8 hours of direct sunlight per day. There are a few veggies, mostly leafy ones, that will tolerate some shade. Like collard greens. Make sure it drains well and doesn't stay wet. If you have poorly drained soil where water pools, plant veggies in a raised bed or raised row for improved drainage. Wet soil means wet roots, which can turn into rotted roots. If you have rocky soil, till and remove the rocks, as they will interfere with root growth and make for weaker plants. Stable and not windy. Avoid places that receive strong winds that could knock over your young plants or keep pollinators like bumblebees or butterflies from doing their job. Nor do you want to plant in a location that receives too much foot traffic or floods easily. Plant in a location that would make Goldilocks smile, somewhere that's just right. Nutrient-rich soil. Your soil feeds your plants. If you have thin, nutrient-poor soil, you'll have poor, unhealthy plants. Mix in plenty of organic matter to help your plants grow. See how to prepare your soil for vegetable plants. He also raised pigs, and he taught me how to raise pigs. He said there are several things to consider when raising hogs. Their behavior. Pigs have a natural rooting behavior, and they can't control their body temperature very well, explains Mr. Blackburn. The animals can't sweat, so they build mud holes or wallows to cool off in the summer. Pigs also can't keep themselves warm, so they need to be protected in cold weather. To discourage pigs from rooting around and tearing up the soil, one management technique is to put a ring in the pig's nose. It doesn't hurt the animal, but the ring makes it uncomfortable for the pig to dig up the ground and cause erosion. Other people don't like to use the nose rings on pigs. These farmers want the pigs to root around and loosen the soil to help them get rid of invasive plants, weeds, he says. They then plant something more desirable, once the pigs have come through. This is usually done on flat areas, where there isn't any risk of erosion near a stream bed. The environmental impact. As more people started raising pigs on pastures in California, there was a scarcity of information on how to protect the natural resources. But Mr. Blackburn was from the South, so he knew he would also go to fruit stands and get the stuff they could sell and give it to the pigs. I will never forget Mr. Blackburn. Love you, man. Rest in peace. He also taught me how to raise chickens. He would go out and wring the chicken's head off, clean it, and fry the best fried chicken you ever had with some of those greens out of the garden. Man, oh man, wow!